It's not very often. I have no idea what to expect from a guest when they come into studio. Tonight is one of those cases. It's almost surreal to be sitting next to WWE Hall of Famer, the Iron Sheik. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Grant Miller, and pleasure to have you here. A special, I have a million wrestling fans from Calgary, Alberta, to the Olympic City, Montreal, Canada. And I'm here now, Toronto, Ontario, and with you, and Sun TV. Thanks to the Megan Bush to bring me here. Pleasure to talk to you.
It's amazing you being here. You're going to be involved in Rethink Rumble this weekend to raise awareness, and it's a benefit to support breast cancer, Iron Sheik. And I want to get to that a little bit later on. But first, you're a WWE Hall of Famer. You're 67 years old. How are you feeling these days, Sheik?
Oh, as a matter of fact, it feels great. Like you said, you mentioned that I born March 15, 1942, which is I'm 60, but just about 68 years old. Yeah. And I'm happy to be here in the Sun Television in the Toronto, Ontario. And everybody know since Maple Leaf Garden, and then I used to go to the wrestling factory, they call them, not too far from here, Hamilton.
Hamilton. Cobb's Coliseum as well. Wrestling has always been big, and I'm 29 years old, Sheik, so I grew up in the era where I was watching you and Nikolai Volkov and this tag team all the time, and you were one mean dude back then, Sheik.
Well, you know, I'll be honest with you. I grew up with the toughest sport in the Olympic, Munich, Germany. Freestyle, Greco-Roman. I come to the Minnesota, 5 years AAU champion. My team champion. And I love my sport, freestyle and Greco-Roman. I turned professional after 1972 Munich Olympic game, 1973 in the Midwest with my coach, Mr. Vongania, and Greg Gania, Jim Bronzeller, Ric Flair, Camputera, myself. I started in Midwest, Minnesota. I'm happy to be here next year.
And you went on small circuits. You really made that jump step by step through the professional wrestling ranks. And a lot of viewers out there who are of the younger generation might not realize how much different the wrestling scene was back then when you started in the late 70s and early 80s, Sheik.
Absolutely, Mr. Miller. For some reason, my wrestling fans in Canada or America or around the world, all my wrestling fans, they like the old-timer for some reason. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against the new generation. New generation, all of them great and great performer, great wrestler from top to the bottom. But for some reason, I'll leave it to my wrestling fans. They like the old-timer, some a little bit more than today's generation. But don't get me wrong, I like the today generation, and I like still WWF or WWE, #1 company in the world. And new generation, they work hard. They are good athletes, from John Cena or Matusa or Triple H. All of them great performer, great wrestler, and a special young man, Bob Orton, Barry Orton.
Randy Orton as well.
Exactly.
For sure.
All of them, they work hard. They are great performer. And I mean, I like him.
It's kind of cool. You see, WrestleMania is going down this weekend. You were a part of WrestleMania I, the way it all began. And I guess in your eyes, you could have never imagined that it would turn out the way it is today. Or did you think that wrestling could become even this big?
Absolutely. Like I said, wrestling is a #1 entertainment show in North America, South America, all over the world. And still, WWE is the #1 federation in the world.
What's really cool to me is you were the guys that started off being Hollywood personas. Like, we have pictures right here. I'm going to show the people. It's you and Cyndi Lauper.
Absolutely,
Sheik.
because
and you have so many stories just like this one right here.
Thank you. That's my two daughters. That's my Nikki, and that's my Marissa. And Cyndi Lauper come my house. Oh, we made the movie Laguni. If you remember the Goonies.
Yeah, the Goonies.
Right. So
Hey, you guys. Yeah.
exactly. And Cindy Lauper come to Georgia, and I take him my place, met my daughter, my wife. She's a beautiful singer. She's a beautiful entertainer, one of the best, like Madonna. She's excellent.
And political. The ramifications of you being the guy from Iran, especially during the 80s, we all know about the hostage crisis. There's so many different political things that you brought to the table. How did this persona develop, Sheik?
Well, you know, like I said, I was a real Iranian, and I speak Farsi. Nicola speak Russian. And then here, like you see, President Reagan, 1980, hostage situation, I was the hottest thing in the world. And especially, I go in the ring with Nicola. We did the national Iranian anthem and national Russia anthem, and then President Reagan and Nancy Reagan.
And you guys got booed like crazy.
Absolutely, because my gimmick, we call gimmick, or my position, it was natural. I mean, believable. I'm a real Iranian. I speak Farsi. And the Shah left the country. Ayatollah Khomeini come back, kept the people over 444 days hostage.
Right.
Hostage. Now, I'm in the ring. I did the national Iranian anthem, and then with Ayatollah flag. And I was the hottest thing in the WWF. And thanks to all my wrestling fans, nobody hurt me. Nobody give me a damage, because I was believable.
Sure.
That means I was Iranian, I speak Farsi, Nicola, I speak Russian. I mean, we steal the show every night.
Absolutely. And I want to talk more about this issue and the way that you might have really helped create the persona of Hulk Hogan and him taking his character to the next level. We want to talk about that right here inside the Casino Rama Grill Room.